Well, first of all, just a little bit about Drake. We started conference play last Friday, and what I'd like to just point out first is it's really becoming a home match for us, and I just want to thank all the people that came out. We had people that traveled from our area, but we also have a lot of alumni in the Des Moines area, and it seems like everybody's coming out to support us in that match, so it was a lot of fun to see a lot of people there. The Drake match, I think as coaches, we always look at that as one, just we want to get out of there with the win. It's a tough place to play. Drake always plays us tough, but I was extremely happy with how our kids handled the first conference match of the season. I thought we did a lot of really good things, especially on the defensive side. We've been starting to set statistical goals each week, and I think with the conference matches and how much we get to scout, we'll be able to set really very realistic statistical goals. I have to admit, some of those non-conference matches, it was a little bit of a shot in the dark with what we were setting for statistics, and we were able to meet our goals statistically on the defensive side, so that was a huge plus. I think we're doing a little bit better with our blocking, still improvement in that area for sure. Offensively was another situation. We didn't meet any of our statistical goals on the offensive side, and the hard part about it is I felt like it was a combination of things. It really wasn't one or two things that was the cause of that. I think when I talk about the transition game and being able to get that dig to kill ratio, that's still an area we need to be better at, and part of that is just bettering the ball. Our attackers making decisions and not making as many errors. We had a lot of unforced errors in that match, I felt like, so that's part of it, and bettering the ball and putting them in a better situation to get better swings. So there's a lot of things. I talk about the balance, and I felt like we were doing a little bit better with that, but I thought on Friday we could have been better at that. So just continuing to work some of those players into our offense to take a little bit of pressure off of some of our other kids still is some of the things that we need to work on. As Jarek said, we have a really crazy week ahead. You know, I talked about getting into the conference season so we could have a little bit of normalcy, but this second week of conference, it's already not normal, and having 3 conference matches that are obviously extremely important to the conference race is tough. We start tonight against Indiana State, who's 7-7. They have one of the best outside hitters in the conference, and then anytime they're in system, they run one of the fastest offense we've seen. So obviously getting them out of system will be a big part of what we want to do tonight. Scrappy on defense, a good blocking team, so a lot that we prepared for just yesterday for Indiana State. And then heading on the road to Loyola and Valpo, who have both had great starts to the season, 10-4, Loyola, 15-2. Valpo, they both are 2-0 in the conference right now. And I think last year, if you remember, Valpo was a team that took us, gave us all we could handle here. They took us to 5, and we felt very fortunate to get out of that match with a win. And it's one of those teams that didn't graduate a lot. Both teams are strong in blocking. They're first and second in the conference right now in blocking. Valpo is that crazy keep every ball alive team. So we have a lot to prepare for, but very little time, because when I look at practice, basically Wednesday is the only day we're really going to be able to prepare for both of those teams. Thursday, we're definitely going to have to keep it light, because I know on the weekend we're going to have to earn every single point we get with the type of defense that they play. So, but I'm looking forward to continuing this conference race. It's going to be crazy. Some of the results from the first week have shown that. So we have a lot of goals in the conference, so I need to be working on some of the things, getting more consistent and getting better each time we step on the court. Any questions?
Going back to the Drake match, what was everything that happened behind the scenes for the pregame presentation with Piper Thomas and Mackenzie Smith for Celia Barkley and Marissa Mana?
I think that was a really special, one of the things, we just got the call like the night before wondering if we had a student athlete that would be willing to be a part of a script for that really awesome, it was a moment of silence, but they said a lot of really nice things before that. And, we had actually, I offered that opportunity to all of our juniors and seniors, because I know some like to publicly talk more than others, but all of them were very willing to do it. And we ended up just going with Piper, and I think she did a great job. And it was an awesome moment, and one that I think our kids, we've talked about that situation and all the things that go with that, and it was really neat that Drake allowed us to be a part of that presentation. Everybody, we wore yellow for our warm-ups. We had yellow ribbons, and so being a part of being able to, bring recognition to that, and Drake allowing us to do that was a really neat experience for our team.